last year, 1 week, I looked at my notes, it says 1 week before Mother's Day. I remember when the first verses came, it was like, I remember I was crying a lot, just thinking about all the things about my mom, but I never did finish the song. And I forgot about it until last night. I was just in room, just worshiping, and the song came back to me all of a sudden. And I didn't even remember how it went, didn't remember the tune or anything. And so I pulled it up, and so I started, I don't know, it just came back to me all of a sudden, just real quick. So I finished it, most of it last night. I finished the very ending today. So if I make mistakes, it's because it's a new song to you, but it's a new song to me too. But I mean every word, and some of the memories that came back to me is when I was young, how my mom used to put us in her lap, and she would hold us and she would kiss us, and she would always tell us, I love you. I learned to say I love you because my mom said it so much to me. And she would read to us, and she'd help me with my math work and my homework, and she did homeschooling and all those things. And I remember when I would grumble about the neighborhood kids, and I remember one time they stole our bike, and I was so upset that they stole our bike, and I wanted us to call the police and just have them arrested. Right? And she would say, she says, have you ever considered the situation that kid might be in? That they might not have a bike? That a lot of the people in this neighborhood are growing up in poor families. And she started to make me see from another perspective. And when kids were teasing, and she would tell us, have you forgiven that? Have you forgiven that? I remember her teaching us about spiritual warfare, to cast out demons when we saw things in the house. And she's like, you have spiritual authority. Command it to go in Jesus' name. And I remember doing that from a young age. I also remember how many times she would read the one-year Bible, and we had to sit through the boring stories, but there were exciting ones, It's like, didn't get Hezekiah, didn't understand that at all, or Zephaniah either. But she would read, it was really important to her that we understood the Word of God. She wanted us in church. There were two things I remember she stressed the most, was education and God. And she worked hard. I remember when I was sick. Now, my dad was working a lot. My mom doesn't drive. Our doctor's is all the way in Kalihi. And we have to walk all the way up this really long hill after you get off the bus. But with 5 kids sometimes 7 even. I remember us catching the bus, and she'd have one baby strapped on her, one little toddler, and then the rest of us are partnered with the little ones, kind of like you see my kids do today. But I drive, thank you, Jesus. I keep thinking, how in the world did she do that? How did she do that? Anyway, we catch the bus all the way to Kalihi, and sometimes walk all the way up the hill. I remember being really sick, having to walk all the way up the hill. Then you're really, really sick by the time you get up the hill. No, I'm just kidding. But I just think about all the work that she had to do and how grateful I am. And then I thought about, I'm going to try not to look at my mom so I don't, like when I sing the song, but how very few times as an adult I've told her I loved her. And when I flew to the mainland, how very few times I would call. And I don't think you really know how much I love you. And how many memories I do have that I'm thankful for, the things you've done. So, I'm gonna try to sing this song. Okay. I remember long ago when you held me close. You took the time to share with me the thing that mattered most. You told me about Jesus, so I would come to know God's love. And every year we'd read God's word, and you surrounded us with the things of God. teaching me to say I'm sorry, to love the ones through all their hurting. I realize when I first learned to love, I was in my mother's home. Not every day was easy. Many days were filled with tears. I didn't know how many times I didn't show I cared. But Mom, today I want you to hear how my heart feels. I'm sorry for not telling you and showing you how much I hold you dear. And Mom, I thank you for all the work you've done, and I'm so grateful for your labor of love, for the times you said I love you, and you listened to my plea, for teaching me to say I'm sorry, to love the ones through all their hurting. I realized when I first learned to love, I was in my mother's arms. Oh, you are incredible. My words cannot describe. You raised 11 children to know Jesus as Savior of our lives. And Mom, I thank you for all the work you've done, and I'm so grateful for your labor of love, for the times you said I love you, and you listened to my prayers, for teaching me to say I'm sorry, to love the ones through all their hurting. I realized where I first learned to love. I was in my mother's arms. I was in my mother's arms. I was